Okay, is there loot up here? Ooh, what is this? Okay, that's not really a thing. The scroll stand. The land of howling spirits. To the west of the Jade Empire proper lies the land of howling spirits. A range of sheer mountains and desolate haunted passes. Not many men dwell in this harsh land. It does not support much in the way of communities, and those who dwell there are hardy mountain folk who rely on themselves and their herds of goats more than trust in nature. There is one exception to this rule. High in the mountains lies a secluded monastery, home to a reclusive and mysterious order known as the Spirit Monks. They tend an unknown charge in their sealed monastery. No one, not even an emperor, has been able to discover what lies within. The monks possess strange powers, but they exist in balance with nature. Eventually that land will be absorbed, and the empire shall learn its secrets. Alright, if you say so. Ooh, loot. 750 bucks. And a vase, which we kick. Inferior intuition gem. So much crappy loot. Alright, we're gonna find a man. Find a man for Eiling. Can we swap outfits? You know what? You probably have a better chance finding a man if we swap outfits. I want your outfit, and you can have mine. I'm sure men like women who don't wear pants. Alright, well let's go back outside. There's the tea house. We never went inside the tea house. Tian's Landing. We should probably go inside the tea house. So we've spoken to the craftsman. He's an okay guy, but he's a bit of a wimp. Although, if he married Eiling, Eiling can help him get his money back. Eiling can settle his debts. Because like his customers owe him money, right? And Eiling should be very good at getting those people to pay up. So that seems right. That seems like a good idea. Like they seem like it seems logical. You know what I mean? It seems logical that they should get together. It would be a good business venture. Alright, let's go to the tea house. We'll just see what's inside the tea house.
Good, you're here. We can continue where we left off before.
Sure.
You've got unfinished business with us first.
Oh good, let's kill them.
There are important matters at hand, yet you fellows keep interrupting. I'm surprised you're this eager to get another beating so soon.
This time we brought some friends to even up the odds.
Oh good. Nice, good. Did he just roll into the room? And he jumped in. Why did he break that table? Why did you do that?
Longsword!
Why did you do that? That is so weird. Alright, get chopped. Alright, we're gonna chop him. Oops. I'm doing that wrong. Alright, here you go. Chop, 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 chop. And back, and chop, chop, chop. And back. And chop, chop. Oops. Chop, 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 chop. And forward. And chop, 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 chop. Done. Oh wait, not done. Never mind. Never mind. Not done. Not done. Not done. Out. We're out. We're out. Okay, we're in. We're in. And we're out. And we chop. Okay, don't chop the it's okay. Alright, and we're out. And we're out. And we're in. And we're out. And we chop. And we're out. And we turn around. And we chop. Chop. And we're out. And we're in. And we're out. Are we done? Are we done? Okay, we're done.
You certainly look like Lee's top student, though there's something odd about how you fight. I can't put my finger on it. It doesn't matter. The sailors won't bother us again.
Cool.
We can get back to business. Sun Lee gave me instructions to await you if anything should happen. I have prepared for this day for well over a decade.
You've been here for 10 years? So the combat, if you do the combat not the way the game intends for you to do it, like the game, I guess it was designed for controllers. They intend for you to lock onto a target, to block, and to evade, and to strike, and to power attack, and like they intend for you to kind of have this complex maneuver. But apparently the easiest way is to stop locking onto anything. You jump in, swing around, and then jump back out before the AI can respond. Just kind of keep moving, and so the AI doesn't know what they're doing. And apparently that's the most effective way to fight in this game. Which I mean, it's so typical of these older games where they're not really well designed, and so it turns out that the best way to play the game is to exploit the mechanics. It's not to learn and master the mechanics as you would in a well-designed game. You would master the mechanics and become good at the game. But in a lot of these older games, you exploit the mechanics and you beat the game that way. And that's actually much more effective than actually learning the mechanics. I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm just saying that the combat's not very well designed in this game. Are you saying Lee knew he would be kidnapped? How do you know Master Lee again? Alright.
The full extent of what the glorious strategist knows is beyond my mind to comprehend. He is without peer. All I know is that I had instructions to wait for you. Sun Li asked me to seek a piece of a special amulet he wanted you, his prized pupil, to have. It was broken apart and scattered when the spirit monk temple fell.
Right.
He intended to, and I assume he did, give the main piece to you. Rumor placed a smaller part with a fleeing apprentice monk, but it had been some years and the trail was cold.
Right. So, you searched for the rest of it?
I eventually learned the monk had fled to Old Tien's Landing. He was there a year or so, but died of lingering injuries and was buried with his possessions unsorted.
Right.
It was rushed at the time because the new dam was due to close and Old Tien's would become a watery tomb. The amulet was beyond reach, so I came here and waited. Now the Lotus assassins have drained the lake and exposed the ruins of Old Tien's Landing. It seems they are searching for this piece of the spirit monk amulet too.
Right. Okay, that's why the dam is drained. How do they know about it?
The Emperor is privy to much. I don't know his motives, but any aid to you is likely a threat to him. You must go to the ruins and find the amulet piece meant for you.
Sure. What if my flyer had functioned properly? You have waited for nothing.
I choose to believe that my service was valuable and vital. You would have come here eventually. The amulet would draw you at least.
Sure. How long have you been waiting for me? More than a decade?
It is coming on 15 years now.
15 years.
As I said, I learned the location of the amulet after the monk died in Old Tien's. It has been difficult serving and waiting in silence.
Questions?
My assignment is to give you information to help you acquire the amulet. I will gladly answer whatever questions I can.
Alright. Can you tell me more about the amulet?
I only know that I had to find the piece I was tracking. I did so. It is in the ruins. You must find it before the Lotus assassins do. You will need it to help your master.
How do I get into the ruins?
The gates leading to the ruins are locked, but Minister Shang can give you the key. You can find him in the town square, the highest point in Tien's Landing. I suspect the minister is eager to have someone investigate the opening of the Great Dam. You can use this as an excuse to get the key and explore the ruins.
Everybody tells me the same thing. Can you tell me anything else about the Spirit Thief style?
You are wise to ask. It is a difficult but essential skill to master.
Is it? When should I switch to Spirit Thief?
Spirit Thief is always useful. It is common to get run down or injured during battle, and you can tire yourself even further concentrating your chi to aid yourself. When you are feeling such a drain on your resources, switch to Spirit Thief, and each successful blow will restore you slightly. The drain will not hamper your opponent, however.
I mean, so basically it doesn't get you any closer to winning.
If you power through an opponent's guard with its strongest attack, it can briefly immobilize an enemy. During this, you can concentrate and increase the restoration.
Right.
If you use that time to attack with another style, be careful. Your opponent may not be as vulnerable as they seem, and one must never be overconfident of victory.
Alright, so if you power attack, you will stun them, but if you switch styles, they are not stunned.
My assignment...
Spirit Thief, any idea if we can find a new flyer?
Pirates have raided local villages using flyers, swooping down like locusts. Minister Shang said he would stop them, but his promises have done nothing.
Right.
You can find Shang near his still smoldering office in the center of town. I'm sure he will welcome your assistance, even if your reasons are your own.
New flyer, water dragon.
It is said that the water dragon is the shepherd of the dead and a symbol of life and restoration. Beyond that is philosophy, and not for a soldier to know. As you see, I know little about the celestial powers. I knew less before Sun Li asked this service of me. I thought such beings were beyond physical assault. I was mistaken.
Right.
I don't know how the attack was made or what blade could cut the heart from a god, but I do know that any man who would attempt such a plan is arrogant beyond imagining.
Questions about you.
I am unimportant, but I promised I would aid you as best I can, so ask your questions.
Tell me about you and Master Li.
There is little to tell. I served him years ago in the Imperial Army. I was a tracker and a soldier. I was not at Dirge when it fell, but I heard the tale of Sun Li's death. But I refused to believe he was dead. In time, my faith was confirmed. He sought me out and told me what really happened. I swore my loyalty to him on the spot.
That's good of you.
I revere him as a teacher, and I revere him. Even when he ordered me to distant lands, my loyalty never wavered. But I am tired. I long for an end to my service.
You sound regretful.
Sun Li is a great man, driven by greater goals and ideals. Sometimes his gaze is lifted so high that he does not see what is right in front of him.
Huh.
We who serve him are sometimes forgotten, left to toil in obscurity until the time to act is thrust upon us. So it was with me, waiting for you.
I could use another fighter. Come with me.
I cannot. I have done my part. I have given Sun Li my loyalty and devotion. Now I am empty. I have nothing left. I see an end to my long service. I welcome it.
Why? Don't you want to punch
I will give you
things?
what guidance and information I can, but that is all I will do.
That's lame. Can I have your pants? Why has Master Li never mentioned you?
That would be a question for him, wouldn't it? I can only say that Sun Li devoted his life to raising you, to one day right the wrongs in the Jade Empire. If he wanted to keep some small part of his own life and thoughts for himself, who are you to question that? Everyone must have their private side.
Or maybe he has ulterior motives. Can I have your pants? Okay, I can't have your pants. Something
My
else.
assignment.
Amulet, Spirit Flyer, Water Dragon questions. Alright, done.
Remember, go to the ruins and claim the amulet before the Lotus Assassins do. You will need it to survive the trials that lie ahead.
Okay. And experience. Oh look, there's a jar. Kick it. I kicked that jar. I taught that jar a lesson. Patron?
I know he's an Imperial minister, but if you ask me, Shang is completely incompetent.
Old Mother Quan has nothing now. She should have grabbed herself a husband when she had the chance.
Let me just heal up just in case. Let me just save the game just in case. This table got destroyed by that guy for no reason. What's that? Huh. There's just meat on the fire. The fire is in a wooden cart. I don't understand how this works. There's a wooden cart, but it's got fire in it. Patron, patron, guard, patron. 3 sheets du temps.
If you want tea, have a seat. The serving girl will be by directly if I don't fire her first, a useless wench. I should have replaced her the day I took over this tea house.
You own this tea house?
I am Three Sheets Dutong, proud owner of this quaint little tea house. I recently acquired it from old Mother Kwan, the elderly lady steeping tea over there in the corner.
I want to ask some questions.
You want me to throw this troublemaker out in the street, boss?
Don't be stupid. You saw what she did to those sailors. The only way you'd hurt this young lady is if she broke a nail while punching you in the mouth. Forgive my guard. His intentions are good, but he's a bit slow on the uptake. I'd love to answer your questions, but that would interrupt my drinking. I'm afraid that isn't acceptable.
Who are you?
I am Three Sheets
Goodbye.
Yes, good. Go away. I haven't even started to feel the effects of my wine yet, and you're already giving me a headache.
Alright, so we don't want this person for a husband. Let's not take him to Eiling. Does Eiling really want a man? Maybe she wants a woman instead. Maybe we can settle down with Eiling. That seems to make more sense. Steeper Yanru?
Hello, greetings, welcome. My name is Steeper Yanru, and I'll be... No, that's not right at all. Idiot! I'm Barkeep Yanru now, not Steeper Yanru. I'm sorry about that. I still can't get the hang of this new position. Sometimes I wish old Mother Kwan still owned the tea house so things could go back to the way they were.
What's wrong with the tea? They didn't really change on us.
Old Mother Kwan used to run the place until Dutong bought it. Well, buy isn't quite right. It's complicated. Talk to Mother Kwan if you want the whole story.
Right.
I used to steep the tea here. They called me Steeper Yanru. But now Dutong says I'm going to be the new barkeep. I'll have to give out advice and wine in equal doses. I can't say too much about him. He's my boss, after all. Mostly, he just sits in the corner and drinks his wine until he gets drunk. It's a shame Mother Kwan had to give the place up. She didn't waste her days getting drunk, and she didn't make me practice giving out advice all day so I could become a barkeep.
Right. What do you mean, give up?
It's complicated. If you want the whole story, talk to old Mother Kwan. I'll just keep practicing my advice.
Give me some advice.
Sure. Just remember, I'm pretty new at this. I'm still practicing. Let's try this one. Every bureaucrat knows a tree grows toward the light, but a rock grows not at all.
What does that mean? what does that mean?
I have no idea. Dutong just had me memorize a bunch of wise sayings. None of them make much sense to me. Maybe they'll sound better if people drink the wine.
Give me more advice.
The wise man will always remember that falling leaves spiral downwards, but only until they rest on the earth.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Give me more advice.
I kind of like this next one. If you drop a rock in a well, you'll hear a splash. But if you drop a feather in a fire, you'll hear something very different.
What does that mean? Alright, give me some wine.
Slow down, my friend. I can't serve you wine yet. I'm not a real barkeep. Master Dutong just has me practicing, so I'll be ready when he turns this place from a tea house into a tavern. Master Dutong wants me to practice giving out advice for now. He wants me to stay focused until I get the hang of it. No wine, except for him, of course. You want some advice?
Fine, give me some advice.
Here's a short one. If you must sleep on the same bed, at least try to dream different dreams.
What does that mean? Alright, I'm not gonna go.
Just remember what I told you. You never know when a bit of homespun wisdom will come in handy.
What does that mean? Well, this is the old Mother Kwan. She doesn't have loot. Hi.
Hello, young one.
Hi.
My name is Kwan, but everyone calls me Old Mother Kwan. I'd like you to call me that too, okay?
Okay, old Mother Kwan.
Welcome to my tea house. Oh, that's not right. No, not anymore. Sorry about the confusion, dearie. What I meant to say was, welcome to Master Dutong's tea house.
Do you want it back? I can kill him for you. You used to own this tea house.
Yes, I owned the tea house for many, many years. At least I thought I did. But then Master Dutong came to town with that imperial writ. Oh my, wasn't that a shock?
Imperial
Turns
writs?
out his family owns this land. They have for hundreds of years. The land is his along with everything on it, so now he owns my tea house too. He was nice enough to let me stay on here as a helper. I steep the tea. Yanwan takes the orders, and Master Dutong, well, he mostly just drinks his wine.
You didn't know he owned the land when you built the place?
No one knew. This was just an empty patch of rock for hundreds of years. Who would have thought the Empire had deeded it to anyone? But Master Dutong came along with his writ.
Did you check the writ to make sure it was real?
Now, why would I do such a thing? I can't even imagine anyone being so horrible they'd forge an imperial writ. No, I'm sure the land belongs to Master Dutong.
Old Mother Quan, you are an idiot. I will speak to Dutong about this.
That is very nice of you, my child, but what could you do? I would love to have my tea house back, but it belongs to Master Dutong now. You can't argue with an imperial writ.
I can kill him.
All this talk is just the rambling of an old woman. Put it out of your head and enjoy yourself. It may not be mine anymore, but this is still a fine tea house.
Sure. Is this a thing I can break? I guess not. So let me just look around. There might be something upstairs.